If you've ever struggled with the concept of forgiveness after betrayal or deep emotional harm, you are not alone. I used to wrestle with this also, and I learned some really hard truths along the way that completely changed how I view healing, trauma, and personal freedom. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 truths that shifted everything for me once I understood what was happening in my brain and in my body. So let's get into truth 1. Forgiveness isn't the same as reconciliation, and that alone may actually really be a huge opening for you because most people think forgiving someone means letting them back in. It doesn't. Forgiveness is an internal experience. Reconciliation is a mutual decision that requires 3 things: safety, trust, and accountability. When you separate the two, you give yourself permission to heal without the pressure to repair something that may not be safe to rebuild. From a neuroscience perspective, the brain seeks safety before it seeks connection. I'm going to say that again. The brain seeks safety before it seeks connection. Don't force reconnection if your nervous system is still in survival mode. Once you understand that forgiveness is for you, not them, it opens the door to a deeper realization. And that's going to lead us to truth 2. You don't need to forgive to heal, but you might want to. Forgiveness isn't required, but it might become available as a byproduct of your own transformation. When you understand how betrayal trauma affects the body, you realize that healing is about your state, not your stance. If you stay aligned with your anger, that's valid, but stay consciously, not unconsciously, so that you're able to turn it off and move forward. Make sure it's serving your nervous system, not locking you into the fight response forever. Sometimes forgiveness arises naturally when you no longer want to carry the emotional weight, and we know it can be really, really heavy. The cost of not forgiving: chronic stress, ruminating thoughts, elevated cortisol, suppressed immunity, inflammation in the body. Your biology, your body, your health is paying a really big price. If this is resonating with you and you're navigating betrayal or relational trauma, I invite you to book a private consultation call with me. On that call, I'll walk you through my unique approach to healing that goes way beyond talk therapy. And that brings us to the truth no one talks about, but it matters so much. Withholding forgiveness may be costing you more than you realize. When you think you're punishing them by holding on, you're really punishing yourself. Resentment, anger, and bitterness feel powerful in the moment, only in the short term, but long term, they corrode your peace. Your body doesn't know the difference between a current threat and a replayed one. It keeps you looping on the offense, and your body keeps reliving it. So how do we begin to shift this from a mental idea to an actual lived experience? That takes us to the next truth. Truth number 4. Forgiveness is a nervous system process. It's not a decision, although it feels like one. It's actually a nervous system process. You can't force forgiveness. You can only create the conditions where it becomes possible. It's not about saying, I forgive you. It's about feeling safe enough to release the charge in your body and not just in your mind. When your parasympathetic nervous system is online, that's when forgiveness becomes available. And before then, it's not. This is why somatic work and not just talking about what happens matters more than the mental effort. And this leads us into what might be the most empowering truth of all. Truth number 5. It's about reclaiming your power, not excusing the harm. Forgiveness is not condoning. It's choosing peace over punishment. You reclaim your energy, your emotional real estate, and your future. You say, you no longer have claim over my internal world. Your identity is shaped by what you integrate, not by what you resist. If you're ready to go deeper into this kind of transformational work, and it is deep transformational work for yourself or as a couple, I invite you to book a free consultation call, and the link for that is below this video. If you'd love to learn about habits you unconsciously perform that's keeping you hurt after going through betrayal, then watch the video that's coming up on your screen, and I will see you again really soon.